When doctors perform cancer surgery, they often remove so much tissue that it leaves serious indentations. And when the surgery is done on the face, it can alter a person's appearance.
Health specialist Denise Dodor joins us now to explain how one doctor has developed a procedure to restore what was taken by the cancer.
I haven't seen anything like this, so take a look at this. The science of stem cells can help doctors restore weak hearts and help heal joints. Now a local doctor is using adult stem cells to reconstruct tissue, nerves, and bone destroyed by cancer and the cancer treatment. It gave hope to one man who was told repeatedly nothing could be done to restore his face. Take a good look at Herschel McCallian's face. You'd never know he used to have a gaping hole on the right side.
I was very sad. I was very angry that the doctors previously, they did the surgery, even though it was the right things to do.
He had a salivary gland cancer that required the removal of part of his jaw.
I had a tremendous amount of pain in my jaw area because of the nerves. They were basically exposed. I looked for a reconstruction surgeon. Most doctors, they did not want to touch me.
That is, until he met cosmetic surgeon Dr. Nathan Newman. He pioneered a new treatment called the stem cell lift. He removes fat from the patient and harvests one of the body's most precious resource, adult stem cells. He then doubles and triples the concentration of stem cells before injecting.
The stem cells is what brings in the new blood vessels, rebuilds the structures, maintains the volume by replacing the fat cells that die off.
Not only can the fat and stem cells be used for cosmetic reasons, Dr. Newman says the stem cells are so smart they can also break up scarring caused by the cancer treatment and rebuild and reconstruct surrounding tissues.
We take these fat cells that are enriched with stem cells and put them next to bone. I can actually grow bone and make that bone stronger and bigger.
Dr. Newman says there's no risk of rejection because you're using your own fat and stem cells. It took about 2 years and about 24 injections. Herschel says nobody can even tell he ever had a dent in his jaw, and the nerves and tissues appear to have healed.
He has given me my face back. He has given me my confidence back. He has given me my hope back.
So that is the power of stem cell technology. It's the future of medicine, and there's no cosmetic product that I know on the market that has, an 85% active ingredients complex of growth factors in their serum, which is their flagship product. So this is a product that's literally over the course of 30 to 90 days going to transform your skin. It's going to improve the smoothness, the firmness, the skin's luminosity, the texture. As I said, this is dermatologist developed, specifically formulated by a world-renowned cosmetic surgeon, Dr. Nathan Newman. I'm going to show you some photos just to show you the power of this. So this is before and after photos of people that have been using the Luminase products. This is not Photoshop. This is 100% raw photos. It doesn't matter what color your skin is, whether you're African, Asian, Chinese, it doesn't matter. It will help to reduce and diminish all blemishes on the face, help to improve the skin's health, look, feel, texture. Acne, it helps with. Cystic acne even helps with. That was after 9 days on a distributor in my team's hand, on the back of one of your hands. Just put the serum on because the skin is very thin. In just 9 days, you can have a result like that. That was probably the most groundbreaking photo globally. That's a distributor used to be with Mary Kay for over 20 years, and she moved to Jeunesse. You're not going to move to another company after 20 years of being loyal to them unless they have something incredible. And this is why she moved. She was blown away by this product.
Aging. This is a topic that literally affects everyone. But what if there was a revolutionary solution? The answer? Stem cells.
Stem cells are basically our fountain of youth. This is what maintains our body's reparative, regenerative abilities. As we age, every cell breaks down and needs to be replaced, and what replaces it is the stem cells.
By using stem cells, a company has developed a special growth factor complex that heals our cells and slows down the appearance of the aging process. The process begins with the search for the best stem cells in the human body. The stem cells are found within the body's fat layer. By using a sterile and specialized syringe, doctors extract a mixture of fatty tissue and a group of healthy stem cells. Laboratory technicians then separate the stem and fat cells by using a centrifuge system. From here, the stem cells are placed in a petri dish and given food they need to grow. As the cells grow, they multiply quickly, filling in any gaps or holes. This is very similar to how the body heals wounds. During this phase, the stem cells release a chemical signal, or what is called a growth factor. Growth factors are the cell's language. This is how thousands of cells communicate, enabling each other to do one vital function: repair and regenerate tissue in the body. Growth factors are the critical ingredient used in a revolutionary youth enhancing system developed by a global leader in this technology. The company is Genes. The state of the art product is Luminesce.
Stem cell technology is very important to medicine and to the cosmetic industry because it's allowing us to deliver to the body exactly the same growth factors, the same signals that it needs to repair and regenerate the tissues.
When Luminesce is applied to your skin, it's like the same process that the stem cells go through in the petri dish. Growth factors in the Luminesce products talk to your body's cells. The result? A healthier, much younger, better looking you.
This is the Genes Scientific Advisory Board. These are the doctors that put it all together. These are the doctors that are working tirelessly day in and day out to create new products for us, to find new cutting edge products out there throughout the world that somebody else has created that's proprietary, so we can offer our hand to buy the technology, buy the product from them, so we get it exclusive as distributors to distribute throughout the world. And these guys, you have Dr. Nathan Newman on the left, who actually was the reason why Genes was created. He's the stem cell technology doctor that created the Luminesce Cellular Rejuvenation Serum and the entire Luminesce product line that me and my wife absolutely fell in love with. You have Dr. Vincent Giampapa, which is the first doctor worldwide to create the first textbook on anti-aging. He's the one who spent almost nearly 15 years of his life creating the AMPM product line. Can you understand it? There $6 million in research went into creating that product line. He did his work on, he did his studies on epigenetics and how certain molecules, certain substances, certain vitamins and minerals work in our body and at what times based on our biological clock. He created AMPM. He's been nominated for 2 Nobel Prizes. That's incredible. Dr. William Amzalog, very, very smart. He got his degree in Western Chinese medicine. He lives in Europe. If you ever catch him on YouTube, he started the YouTube channel Longevity TV. Go subscribe to that channel and learn more about our products. And you have Dr. Donna Antar, which does a lot of her research on weight management. She created our entire Zen Body product line, then teamed up with Mark McDonald to take it to another level. This is our scientific advisory board. Leverage. Again, that word leverage comes back to mind, right?
Hi there. Hi there, good evening. This is Adrian Stephen coming all the way from Parkhurst in Johannesburg, South Africa. As you can see here, we've got lovely sunny weather. I've just been for a swim in the pool. Very different to what you guys are experiencing there in Canada. Don't think I could ever live in Canada. I just wouldn't get used to the cold. But anyway, Vanessa's just asked me to give you a personal testimony about Reserve. Now, this is a product that I'm absolutely very, very passionate about. I've seen a great difference in my personal health. The first thing when I started to take Reserve, you know, I knew my reputation was on the line, and I went to get my antioxidant level checked because one of the claims that Reserve makes is that it increases your antioxidant levels. So I went to a friend of mine who was in another networking company that uses a piece of equipment called a biophotonic scanner. And what this scanner does is it checks your skin carotenoid score, and that's an indication of what your antioxidant levels are like. And 1 month before I started taking Reserve, I had my antioxidant level checked. And then a month later, I had my antioxidant level checked. And I was absolutely blown away, because I went from the bottom of the graph right to the top, or from the yellow where you're really unhealthy to the color blue. So that's the first thing that Reserve did for me. Also, as you know, I'm 47 years old, and I love running. I love doing my park run on a Saturday. I also like jogging a bit on my off time, and also doing a little bit of cycling, a little bit of hiking. And what I noticed, I don't know, when you get older, you start getting a lot stiffer and a lot sore, and your bones creak and you can hardly get out of bed. I don't want to know what it's like when I'm going to be 60, but thank goodness for Reserve, because after, I'd say, about 3 weeks, I noticed all my pains and all my stiffness and all my sore joints had disappeared. I'm just feeling a lot more alive, you know, than what I'd normally feel. What I've also found, another thing that Reserve has done for me, and this is the topic that Vanessa's actually asked me to talk about. Sorry, I just had to speak about the others first, is cholesterol. Now, our family, we've always had high cholesterol. Though we're thin, you can see I'm fairly thin and lean and mean. Our family, we've always suffered from high cholesterol, and I think it comes from my dad's side. And I've got to go for medical insurance every year, and we're on an insurance system where the lower your cholesterol is, the more points you get. Basically what that equates to, the more points you get, the more discounts you get. You can get cheap flights, hotel stays. Anyway, so I've always been heavily penalized by our life insurance company for having a high cholesterol. I think I was about 7.8 the last time I checked. And every year I've got to go for this dreaded blimmin' cholesterol test. And after taking Reserve for 6 months, I went eagerly to go get my cholesterol test, having read about what resveratrol does for your cholesterol. And I flippin' danced out of that nurse's office. I had a cholesterol reading of 5.6, so which was within the acceptable limits of our health company called Discovery Health. So I was amazed, and I mean, I was speaking to the nurse. I left a packet of Reserve there. So I can really, really speak about what an awesome product Reserve is, and I believe everybody in the whole world should be on Reserve. I mean, the fact that they make 50 million of these sachets every single month just bears testament to what an awesome, awesome product Reserve is. And I mean, it tastes good. You know, it does so many other things. Another personal testimony is my dad. He's 75. He started to get really bad arthritis, and I mean, he loves playing golf. And since being on the product, after a month, he's got and he can't grip his golf club, by the way. Since being on the product for just a month, he's got 80% more use of his hand, and his joints aren't that sore, because what the Reserve does, the resveratrol in the Reserve actually reduces the inflammation in your joints. So that's another reason why everybody should be on the product, young or old. It's just an awesome, awesome product. And you know, it's endorsed by the best company in the world as far as I'm concerned, and that's Jeunesse. Thanks, guys.
Nobel Prize-winning research uncovers a fundamental cause of aging. The answer cannot be seen by the human eye and is something called a telomere. Telomeres are made of repetitive DNA sequences that become the protective caps or ends of our chromosomes. Their duty is to protect our DNA. When we are born, our telomeres are long, but as time goes on, they begin to shorten. So short, in fact, that our telomeres fray, similar to the end of a shoelace, and our journey called cellular aging begins. When telomeres become too short, our cells can no longer carry out their critical functions. Cells start to self-destruct and eventually die. Scientists call this apoptosis. Cells dying is one thing, but when cells simply stop functioning, they can spew out dangerous free radicals and inflammatory molecules that essentially damage the nearby cells. So, how do we battle this process we call cellular aging? A nutrient has been shown to naturally enhance the enzyme needed to lengthen short telomeres, thereby adding healthy life to our cells. Thousands of studies show the connection between short telomeres and the natural process of cellular aging. What's more fascinating is that this is the only substance known that can perform this in the history of all mankind. Prepare for the future. Cellular aging ends here.
What you want to do is twist off the top. You want to squirt out a very small amount. Flip the lid over and reseal it. So you can use this file 2 or 3 more times. Is tap a very, very thin layer. I'm just tapping a very thin layer on her skin, but you want to leave it about 10 or 15% damp on the skin. Do not rub it all the way in because the product works as it's drying, so you want it to allow it to do this.
Okay, I'm going to start a timer. I can't see the...
Hey, you haven't seen anything yet.
You can use Instantly just before or after your makeup. First of all, you want to do all your preventative maintenance and all the good stuff first.
Guys, you have to look at the left side of your eye. It's like literally disappearing. Isn't that crazy?
Jeunesse. First, I want to start with our mission statement. Our mission statement is this: the Jeunesse family creates positive impact in the world by helping people look and feel young while empowering each other to unleash our potential. That is our mission statement. That is exactly what we do. These are your founders: Randy Ray, our Chief Executive Officer; Wendy Lewis, his wife, Chief Operations Officer; and their son, Scott Lewis, which is the Chief Visionary Officer. These three people are some of the most humblest and kindest people you ever meet. Their heart is huge, and their experience in the industry and their experience in business, period, speaks more than I can even give you in words. Randy Ray started at an early age as an entrepreneur. He was awarded a contract by NASA to create the software program that was responsible for launching the space shuttle during the entire term of the space shuttle's mission over 15, 20 years, right? And he was awarded that contract on his own. He beat companies out like IBM, and he met his wife later on in life, Wendy Lewis. She was an applied mathematician, mathematics teacher, and she was very skilled in writing coding for computer software systems. Together, they wrote some software that was responsible for taking the medical industry from paper to computer, and they sold that company for hundreds of millions of dollars right at the right time. They went on to start multiple other companies, including a network marketing company. They grew to 250 million. And then they met a doctor by the name of Dr. Nathan Newman, who created this serum, this cellular rejuvenation serum with stem cell technology. And from that, Jeunesse Global was born. And in 3.5 years, they did $1 billion in sales, which was incredible, you know? And just 2 years ago, they did $1 billion within a single year. Last year, they did over $1 billion again. And this year, we're focused on $2 billion. Scott Lewis, he's grown up around his parents and the industry, obviously. He's one of the most educated and well-spoken people I've ever seen. He's going to be the one that takes the baton of leadership into our future. I'm very excited about that and what these three individuals have done so far. And our future is bright, ladies and gentlemen. But these are some great people. So when you do become a part of our company and you actually go to one of our major events that we do every single month all around the world, you're going to be able to see these guys live on stage. You're going to be able to feel and see their hearts, and you're going to be thanking your stars that someone shared with you this opportunity tonight. We can do global business. That was what was really attracted to me. You know, when I thought of business as a young 26-year-old, when I got involved in this business, I'll be 36 this week coming up. But when I was 26 years old, you know, I thought of business as just that traditional thing. People save up money, they go start a franchise, they start that traditional business, and you're rolling the dice and hoping it's going to survive the next 5 to 10 years. And you're rolling the dice to see if you're going to make your money back in the first 3. I never thought of a business that I can build in my backyard and over the course of the next 3 to 5 years, watch it expand all around the world. I never knew of a business model like that. The potential you have, the reach you have just in your own neighborhood, your own community, with people of different backgrounds and ethnicities and colors and religions, and you get them involved by just sharing some products with them, and think, if they fall in love with the products, who are they going to tell? How far can their reach expand? It can go oceans. It's incredible what this business does. We just got off our calendar 2016 year. We did $1.4 billion in sales worldwide. If that doesn't tell you something, I don't know what will. This company is a freight train with no brakes. You need to jump on, and you need to get started, and you need to tell everybody you know. And I guarantee you that 90% of the people you talk to will have never heard about Jeunesse. So look at, these are the success tips, okay? 1, you're going to choose your package or your product, okay? And your friend's going to show you how to do that. 2 is you're going to join our auto ship order program. For those of you that are not wanting to figure out when I need to place my order every single month, hey, I have many, many happy customers who just want the product at their doorstep. As soon as their product runs out in 30 days, they want a new box on their doorstep. That's the smartest thing to do. But you can also order manually every single month if you want, or if you want to, you know, order at your own convenience, you can do that as well. But I just would advise getting started with your package, getting on the convenience program. The third thing would be to start using the products. Start using them, take before and after pictures, start writing down everything you notice in the way that your body's changing, the way that you feel, and the way that you look, and just write those things down, because your testimony and your story is going to be important.